I'm Vanessa Martin. I'm a senior associate at MDRC, and I am the lead for the GED Bridge to Health and Business Study. And the program is a new approach to GED instruction, so kind of taking the traditional GED preparation and offering critical enhancements to it. And the goal of the program is not only to prepare students for the GED, but also to help them transition into college and a career. There's various bridges to specific fields, one of which is in healthcare. Say take a math lesson, for example. The idea is to teach basic math skills, the algebra to the division, the graphing that's needed for the exam, and teach it around particular real-world data. So one example of this is charting of epidemics. So the students are kind of taught through a lesson, exercise, to calculate epidemics using real-world data and charting them on a graph. So it places it in a context, and the idea is to make the material more engaging for the students. This is a specific population, GED recipients, who have fallen through the cracks. This population specifically, I feel like they just need a little bit more assistance to help them make that transition. And what's preventing them from getting into, furthering their education or getting into a good job is just the sheer fact that they don't have this credential. People with only a high school diploma in today's economy face a lot of challenges. GED holders fare even worse. What we were trying to do in this study is try to find strategies that can help individuals move beyond the GED. So a GED prep class is something you go to maybe once or twice a week. You are in a class with many other students, and the instruction is typically around a specific workbook or practice tests, and the idea is that you're really just learning the material you need to learn in order to pass the exam. What GED Bridge does is it takes that material, takes what you need to learn for the exam, and makes it more career-oriented. Uses materials from specific fields, in this case, the LaGuardia program, health and business, and integrates materials to make it more engaging and to make it more career relevant. GED Bridge is more instructional hours than a traditional GED prep class. There are full-time counselors who provide individualized counseling to students. They work with them in the class and outside the class to help them on things like financial aid, enrollment in college, to really just help the students understand, is this a career I may be interested in? If it's not, what are my potential skills or interests? And how can I take what I'm learning now, what I'm doing as the GED, and make that transition and that link into college or training. Results are extremely promising. We looked at multiple measures. So the first milestone for students was completing the course. And here we found that GED Bridge students were much more likely than those in the GED prep class to pass the course. GED Bridge students were twice as likely as GED prep students to pass. And a very important finding, a big hurdle for students to overcome and continue on their transition into college and training. The GED Bridge students were 3 times as likely as GED prep students to enroll in college. So we're extremely encouraged by these findings, and the idea is to continue following students over time to see whether or not these early effects translate into persistence and graduation, and ultimately we want to see if this approach could work elsewhere. The program really did achieve this initial goal of better preparing students for the exam, not only preparing students for the exam, but also helping them transition and enroll in college. So it really has created this pathway into college or training. Students had a lot of positive things to say about the class, from the fact that when they first started, this expectation that's set of them that they will go into college or training. They felt a lot of support from their instructors, from the counselors. They felt like the material was much more interesting, more stimulating, engaging to them. Some of whom had taken other GED preparation classes before saw kind of a marked difference in the instruction and their preparedness for the exam. When we spoke to them, they said, when I first came here, I thought I would just get the GED to get a job. And I think they learned over time, over the course of being in the GED Bridge program, that there is a next step for them, that there is potential beyond the GED and that their education doesn't need to stop at the GED.